So here's the thing about Mario Kart World. It's that we already know all of the tracks in the game thanks to the Korean website. And we also know the names of most of the tracks. What we don't know is a few of the cups. Okay, so we know the Mushroom Cup has Mario Brothers Circuit, Crown City, Whistletop Summit, and DK Space Park. We know the Flower Cup has Desert Hills from the DS, Shy Guy Bazaar from the 3DS, N64 Wario Stadium, and of course, Airship Fortress. The Star Cup, which along with the Mushroom Cup we saw on YouTube, has DK Pass, Starview Peak, I believe is what it's called, Sky High Sundae, and Wario Shipyard. And we know that the Shell Cup has Koopa Troopa Beach from the SNES, Faraway Oasis, Crown City again, and Peach Stadium. But the question is, what is the Banana Cup, the Leaf Cup, and the Lightning Cup going to have? And are there going to be any other cups? I know this is a common consensus, but the cup icons in the background actually do say a lot, because the Mushroom Cup has like the American desert in the background of its emblem, and that's where most of the courses take place. The Flower Cup has the Arabian deserts. The Star Cup has the icy background, and the Shell Cup has the beach background, which all of them are pretty accurate to where most of the courses are. So we can see that the Banana Cup has more of like a jungle background, the Leaf Cup is like more of a foresty background, and the Lightning Cup has like mountains. So we can use the backgrounds of the cup emblems to predict the cups. Okay, starting off with the Banana Cup, I think we're going to head down to closer to the bottom of the map. I think we're going to start with Salty Speedway, the newish map, because it takes place in like more of like a city-ish environment from what we saw in the trailer. And a lot of the booster course cups all started like in the city. So I think that that's where this course is going to place in this cup. Then I think we're going to go to Peach Beach because it's right below it. But then I think this is like where we're getting into like the more jungly courses. Third up, I think, will be the Great Question Block Ruins, which is kind of a dumb name. But from what we saw in the trailer, this course looks really, really cool. I'm really excited for this course. And then lastly, we have Dino Jungle. It also makes sense to just end on a fan favorite, like the Flower Cup ends on Airship Fortress. But I feel like this just makes the most sense as a cup ender. And yeah. And also it shows how new and improved Dino Jungle is at the very end of the cup too, which is really cool for not only new players, but especially for like longtime fans of the game. It's really cool. Now for the Leaf Cup, we're going to the Northern Foresty area, which I think is going to start with Moo Moo Meadows. I know that course isn't very like foresty, but I feel like it would be anticlimactic to have it anywhere else in the cup. Like if it was last, and it's like more of like a beginner track. So I think here in the beginning of the cup suits this course very well. Next up is the SNES Mario Circuits, and they are here for the same reason as Moo Moo Meadows, is because if they were in the latter half of the cup, it would also be anticlimactic. So they're going to be here instead. Next we have Boo's Cinema, and from the looks of it, this one looks pretty cool, but I don't think it would end off this like foresty type cup because it's not as foresty as this next race. And finally, ending off the Leaf Cup, we have Acorn Heights. And this is the foresty track I was talking about with like the multiple paths, the acorns falling down, and it just kind of gives like that wild woods, deep forest vibe. And I think that this would just make a great finale for this cup. All right, so moving on to the Lightning Cup, I think it's going to start with Choco Mountain. And this one definitely looks harder than it did on the Switch. And it has the construction theme now, which definitely ties into this next course, which I think it's going to be Toad's Factory, which is another fan favorite course that fans have been begging for so long. And I think it's a good set off for this construction environment because we're going to move on to the mountainous courses that the Lightning Cup actually has on its emblem. Third is going to be Dry Bones Burnout. This one looks interesting. It's like the only like lava themed course besides Grumble Volcano that's like not Bowser Castle themed. And I just think that this one could be interesting, especially because this one, just like Choco Mountain and Toad's Factory, leads into the next course very well, which is this game's Bowser Castle. And this one looks cool, especially since you can apparently launch up inside like a lava tunnel. I'm really excited for this Bowser Castle, and I think it's gonna go all out. And just a great final race to a cup. Well, in this case, the penultimate cup, because I actually think there will be a special cup because a few of the racetracks have not been used yet. So let's go right to the special cup. Now, these races, I feel like, have not been used yet because they're like the more mythical themes of like racetracks. And I think the Special Cup is going to have like the most mythical tracks in the game, starting with Dandelion Depths. And this one is cool because you can go like under the ground and like over the ground. It just like looks very nice. Well, on the icon at least, because we can't actually see the course, or I'm not sure what the course actually looks like, but I can imagine that this one would be really cool. And next up is like the Japanese themed course in this game that we could see in the Knockout Tour from the Nintendo Treehouse. And we don't know the name of this course, but I honestly think Mythical Garden is a really good name for this course because it just gives off that feel. It gives off that feeling that you're like, I don't know, in this like cool, unique place, like nothing like it. I'm sorry if it feels like I'm like running out of things to say. I just really don't know how to explain this like feeling that I'm getting from the course, but I don't know, Mythical Garden just feels like the right name. I'm not sure why, but it just does. Next up, before Rainbow Road, I think that we're gonna visit Peach Stadium one last time, just because I feel like this is gonna be like the main like course of the game, except I feel like it's gonna be like more difficult. Maybe it'll take like a different route of the stadium. I think it's gonna be like a more difficult version than the Shell Cup version of this track. And then finally it ends with Rainbow Road, but I feel like how in other tracks there has been like SNES, like little like remakes, like in front of Boo Cinema there's like the Ghost Valleys, and in front of Choco Mountain there was like the Choco Island tracks. I think that here they're gonna have like an original Rainbow Road, but like in front of it they're gonna have like a smaller like GBA Rainbow Road, especially since there was like a lack of GBA tracks, but I don't know. But I don't know, I think that this Rainbow Road could be good. If I had to guess, because they haven't shown this Rainbow Road, but if I had to guess, like judging by the icon, I think that there's gonna be like a section like Cloud Top Cruise where like there's gonna be thunder and you have to try to like dodge it, and if you don't dodge it then you get shrunken down or something like that. And yeah, I think that's gonna be the gimmick for this Rainbow Road. Now I feel like this prediction's either gonna be like spot on or like far from it, and I feel like there's gonna be no in between. I don't know why, I just get that feeling, but either way, if I'm right or wrong, if this video ages well or not, I'm just very excited for this game, and June 5th just needs to hurry up already. And thank you guys so much for sticking to the end, and see you guys next time.